I'm live, I'm live, I'm alive, I'm live. Hey y'all. Um, this is a private hey Brit Minute. This is a chat for the funders. Let me turn up a little bit. Sorry. How are you, Brit Minute? Anyway, I keep forgetting that when you're going live, that people have a tendency to not talk too much, and you forget that people are going to be watching this again in the future. Hey, hun, I am so happy. I'm so happy that you joined me tonight because, um, a lot of the people who have donated, um, I'm here early. That's good. That's good. Yeah, a lot of people who have donated, they're like, well, where is our extra content? Where is this stuff that you done promised us? And there we go. Hi, Black 40 Sunrise. I bought I bought the Jesus juice so I could tell the truth. But I'm gonna give some people a chance to get here, but you can always watch this again. Hey, wait, my head is cut off. Let me see if I move this. How about that? Is that good? Yeah. So I wanted to do this pretty much because it's basically the kind of information that a lot of people have been asking about visas, things like that. Vaccinations, what do they have to do to get here? So I'm going to go through this step by step, right? And you might have more questions after than answers, okay? So we know we have all been taught that, hi KJ, thank you so much for joining. Yeah, so we have all been taught that when you're coming to Africa, you need 12 different kind of vaccinations, and you need yellow fever, and you need this, and you need that. I found out the hard way that that was not true, that you don't need all those vaccinations for Tanzania. Okay. Now, it could be for the country that you're looking to repatriate to that you may need, vaccinations, yellow fever, dengue fever, or whatever. For Tanzania, hey, Donnie, how you doing? For Tanzania, you don't need all of that, okay? The reason is that they have eradicated yellow fever. So you think that you're going to get all these vaccines so you don't get sick here. That's not the point. The point of the vaccines is that you don't bring it here. Okay. So, but you don't need all of that. I went to like 3 Walgreens um, to get the vaccine for me and JoJo. Um, but the thing is, you needed to go to a some kind of certified clinic, government CDC. Hi, Nyla. How are you? Good to see you. Yes, so you needed to go to a CDC certified clinic in order to get that done. Okay, now this is back in July. I'm talking about the yellow fever vaccine. You do not need that when you come here. You don't need the yellow fever vaccine. You don't need the travel clinic. Correct. The CDC travel clinic, they're certified. Um, I just decided that I was not going to get that vaccine. After driving around all over, I was like, they have to have some kind of clinic in the airport. They did not have a clinic in the airport. Nobody asked me for no yellow fever vaccine. No one asked me for any paperwork for that. It was not necessary. Okay, it wasn't necessary. So don't drive yourself crazy trying to find the travel clinic, because if you're coming to Tanzania, you don't need it, right? Okay. The next thing is the coronavirus vaccine. A lot of people, I have had mixed information. I I have people repatriating every day. So for some people, what they've told me is that they told them that without the okay, there we go. If you're in the military, that's right, KJ. If you're in the military, you already had the vaccine, right? You so you're good, right? Um, but with the coronavirus testing, I've heard multiple things. I've heard people say nobody asked them for anything, they did not take a test, nobody asked them any kind of questions, they just waved them through. Other people told me that they were being demanded to have the test done. So I would say to lean on the side of caution. Try to get the whatever test that they want, and it's not Tanzania that needs the test. It's actually the airline or their new policies or whatever. Okay, because what you correct the negative COVID test within 72 hours, right? So within 72 hours, you have to find one of those clinics that can give you the rapid test, the travel clinic, and do that 72-hour test. Okay. But I think I've jumped the gun. A lot of you who are looking to come, you are trying to figure out how to get rid of your stuff. What are you going to do? What are you going to tell your family? Don't tell nobody nothing. If people are going to discourage you, and you already know who those people are in your life, who are going to discourage you and tell you that Africa is this and Africa is that, and why would you go to Africa? People want to leave Africa. People are drowning in boats trying to escape from Africa, and you're talking about you going to some Africa. You don't have to tell those people anything. Okay, I didn't tell anyone anything. It was since I was here, I got a text from my sister that said, I heard you live in Tanzania now. I don't know how she knows, but she knows. Okay? You don't have to tell everyone your business, right? You have to make a decision to leave the drama behind, and you don't need anyone to add the anxiety to you, okay? Or to your thought process. All right, Black Sunrise said, good. Yeah, you don't need anyone. Oh, I have a guest. Oh, here we go. Sharon. All right. Hi, Sharon. Thank you.
Hi.
Okay.
Am I in the wrong
Hi.
place?
No, this is it. This is in the studio. This is Renee. This is in the studio if you wanted to talk to me directly. I
Oh,
could
right.
take you out.
Yeah, yeah. I'll go on the outside with the normal people, with the peasants.
You want to go on the outside? Okay, because the
Yeah.
mess. All right, let me get you out.
Sorry.
Hold on a second. No problem. Okay. Let me just remove from stream. All right, there you go. Right, so some of you, if you check your email, you would see that I sent you an email that if you wanted to join the stream, if you wanted to come into the studio with me, you have to go and click that link, okay? So that's the up and up information that I have so far. The next thing is a lot of people are concerned about their immigration status. Um, the peasant party is fire. Yeah, a lot of people are concerned about their immigration status, that when they move and they've never been immigrants before, they don't know what they're going to face. Okay, so for me and many other Caribbean people and people that you're going to encounter, moving to Africa is actually a harder sell because we were immigrants before. And when you leave one country and you settle into the other, the hardest thing to do is say, okay, I'm going to leave this country and now go to that country. Okay, so it's a hard sell for us, but we sell it to ourselves because it's home, right? And you have to understand that when you see an immigrant in America, they have to go through certain processes to become legal in that country. When you come, you're going to have to go through certain processes to be legal in Tanzania or in wherever that is. But there are ways to do it, okay? So when you come here on an American passport, if you have a Caribbean passport or a CARICOM passport or a blue passport, if you come here on one of those passports, you will pay no visa fees. If you come here on an American passport, you're going to pay a visa fee of 100 US dollars. I think JoJo's away. A visa fee of 100 US dollar. That visa fee, when you get to the airport, lasts for 1 year. It's a multiple entry visa. Multiple entry means that you can go and come as many times as you like. Good. Britain in it. Make sure your Jamaican passport is up to date, that it's not expired or anything. Okay. Britain in it. Yes, exactly. So get the Jamaican passport. Naturalize your child as a Jamaican citizen if they were born outside of Jamaica. Being a Jamaican and being a Caribbean goes miles and miles for you in Africa. Okay. Great. Well, come on then, Britain in it. And you can also get assistance here through the Jamaican consulate. So if you need to apply for your son's passport or do any process, you can do that through the Jamaican consulate here. Now, what I was saying was about the visa. It's a multiple entry visa. Multiple entry means you can go and come multiple times with a length of 90 days. So you can stay for 3 months, right? 90 days, leave the country, come back, stay another 90 days, leave the country, come back. You could do that for a year. Okay. You can also extend your visa, right? So let's say, for example, I came into the country almost 90 days ago. When I go down to immigration, all due to the coronavirus, I just write a letter that I would like to remain in the country for another 30 days, and they will extend your visa free of charge. So you do not have to go and leave the country at the end of the 90 days. That is for us who are here now. I don't know what it's going to be like in the future, right? Yes, Shaza. The 110, just as we say in Jamaica, just close your eyes and get the Jamaican birth certificate, because yeah, just do it. Just do it. Yeah, trying to get not easy getting my mother's Jamaican birth certificate. Yeah, it's 110 per copy, but the 110 is not just the copy. The 110 is also the $110 is also the expedition and the delivery fee. So if you want it snail mail for 4 to 6 weeks, I think it's like 40 something dollars if I'm not mistaken. But if you want it expedited and mailed quickly, then the Jamaican Registrar General charges you $110, right? So just your eye, just shut your eye and send feet and done, right? Exactly. So same way submitting it. So what I'm saying is, so you come now and you have a 90-day visa on that entry. You can extend it for another 30 days. The residency, you can apply for the residency. The residency is approximately 4,000 US dollars total, including the work permit. Listen to me carefully. Some of you are over the age of 50. You can be retired, okay? So you can apply for the retirement visa, right? Residency as a retiree. All you have to do is demonstrate your source of income. So you can be retired at any age you like, right? So there are ways of doing things. If you want me to go into it in detail, everybody's process is different, right? I think the Tanzanian immigration website has most up-to-date information, but you have to read very carefully, because everything is, you think you have the information like, oh, it's only $2,000 for the work permit. Yeah, man, I'm good. And then you realize you still have to apply. You have to apply for the residency, right? If you have children, you can apply for a student's visas for your children. Okay, so your children do have the ability to stay and go to school, right? And if your children has the ability to stay and go to school, you too can also stay and go to school, right? So, hold on. Right. So, you know what I mean? Yeah, over 50, you can be retired. You can be retired. But you can also be retired at any age. There's a way to do it, and I'll have to get more details on that. Um, right? Yeah. You know, at 54, you're retired. Let's see, you're disabled and retired. So that does not harm you if you're retired. If you're retired, you can get a retirees residency, and I think it's free if I'm not mistaken, but don't quote me on that because I'm not yet retired, but I'm about to be if I want to stay. I'm about to be completely retired. um, I hear JoJo upstairs. Yes, so those are the residency. You can also apply for students visas. There are plenty of Swahili schools. There are plenty of schools that teach Swahili that you can apply for a student visa, and the student visa lasts for 2 years, right? So don't get caught up on the residency or this is gonna happen, that's gonna happen. And many of y'all on out here are single. Okay, these Tanzanian people are fine as hell. You can find somebody to get married to. hmm The women are nice to look at, you know, and the men are very friendly and helpful. Okay, well, I don't know what their definition is of of um of retirement, of early retirement, but I mean, people can be retired at 25 if you made your money, you know. So in any event, yes, yeah, right. Some of y'all are single. You can find somebody out here in these streets who would love to marry you, but you should also know that it is not like okay, so the way how the dual citizenship thing works is this. Um, if you, like I said in a previous chat, it takes a very long time to become a citizenship, right? A citizen between 5 to 10 years. You can always hold on to your residency for a long time. So if you get married to someone and you get your residency, you don't have to go and worry about your citizenship very quick. You don't have to worry about that. Don't put the things in your mind that isn't going to help you, right? Because if you overthink things, you're going to get tripped up, you're going to get confused, you're going to procrastinate, you're going to stay there longer than you need to. And, you know, I just saw in the news just now that they are saying that there is a relapse of COVID-19 in America, that the rates are spiking. And I don't know about how it is that you can have, you know, all of the countries in the world except for Tanzania has no coronavirus. It's either something is going on with the leadership out there or the leadership in here. Okay, so exactly, Shaza. This is the yes, Shaza. You can be a resident. You can be a resident for as long as you like. You don't have to, you know, you don't have to become or worry about being a citizen immediately. Okay? Don't worry about any of that stuff. Come on over here and see what you can do. Okay? The next thing is real estate, right? So a lot of you are looking to come here, you're looking to rent something. I already talked about purchasing things. When you purchase something, you're not allowed to purchase anything as a as a foreigner. However, you can get a long lease for 10 years. If you are interested in, hanging out that long in Tanzania, it is in your best interest to find somewhere that you can rent for 10 years. That is the longest you as a foreigner can rent. And I'm going to tell you why it's going to help you. It's going to help you because if you decided that you were going to, especially you of Jamaican heritage, if you decided that you were going to stay here and farm, being a farmer is valued here, okay? But if you're farming, you should look to be farming what's the word? Rare crop, okay? Rare crop. So you should be looking for a 10-year lease with land that you can farm on. There's nothing wrong with leasing like a house for a year and then finding a 10-year lease for property, okay? Okay, this one, you've never lived in I've never lived in a house for 10 years as an adult. Listen, as I'm saying, right? Your renting a property for 10 years, if you're farming rare crop, will help you in your residency if that's an obstacle to you. So look at the real estate opportunities that are available to you first. Okay. Now, Dar es Salaam is huge. Dar es Salaam is about 10 Jamaicas put together. That's the city of Dar es Salaam, right? Outside of the city of Dar es Salaam, there are plenty of places to rent. If you can't stand the city, there is Arusha, there is Morogoro, there is a variety of different places. There's Tanga. Oh Lord, Tanga is an economic powerhouse that is coming up. Okay, and they are poised to be extremely wealthy. Tanga, Tanga, that is north of Dar es Salaam, because they will be transporting the oil from Uganda through Tanga. So employment is going to increase, housing needs are going to increase, farming needs are going to increase, opportunities are going to increase. It's going to become a very high traffic area very, very quickly. So look at Tanga. Y'all don't have to come up to Dar es Salaam and stick up underneath me. Go look at Tanga, go online, Google it, go read and do some research of what I'm saying to you and see where you can fit into that, because it's coming, right? It's not going, it's coming. Yes. Mm-hmm. Yes, Shaza. It's running through, let's see. Okay, so Tanga, Britain in it, Tanga has a view of the ocean. Tanga has the ocean. Okay, so Tanga is beautiful. Tanga has virtually every little thing you can think of, and it's a good way to get on. All right. Now I know some of y'all saw what I said about what I had the gems, and you're like, "Ooh, what's Renee up to?" Okay, so let me explain to you. There are many industries to get involved into in Tanzania. Many industries to get involved in. Like I said, there's real estate, there is mining, there is a variety of things. But you, you're a foreigner, you're an immigrant. You cannot participate as a broker, meaning you cannot buy it from a miner and sell it to a dealer. Okay, you can't buy the minerals from a miner and sell it to a dealer, but you can get a dealer's license, right? So if you were looking to get involved in the gem industry, right? The gem license is only $200 to apply, and I think 1,000 US dollars to apply, and they don't ask for work permit. Let me try to give it to you. They don't ask for work permit. They don't ask for your residency. They don't ask for anything when you're applying for the dealer's license. Okay? The dealer's license may be valuable to you if you're looking to get involved in certain industries, right? You cannot buy or sell any kind of gems in Tanzania without a dealer's license. Okay? Um, so let's see. Okay. Shazza, tell me what sounds restrictive. Uh, yeah, it sounds okay, it sounds restrictive. That's, you use the key word. It sounds restrictive, but it really isn't, right? It sounds restrictive. But when you get here, there are ways of doing things, and you don't have to, don't put these things on your head. You just have to know that there is, there is a process, right? So I'm giving you the information now so that you understand that there is a process, right? But this doesn't mean that um, you can't do this, right? Because people have been repatriating to Tanzania for 30, 40, 50 years. So I'm certain that there is a way for you to do it and do it successfully. Okay? And not only that, as I said before, there's strength in numbers, because many of you who are Jamaican and Jamaican parentage, hold it. You have to hold a Jamaican passport to be considered a Jamaican here. There is a consulate here that supports the Jamaicans in their repatriation movement. Okay, the first president of Tanzania, Julius Nyerere, he gave Jamaicans land. Okay, and now that we have seen a fresh exodus, what you see happening is the Jamaican consulate is now engaging with the government of Tanzania to reinstate our right to return. Okay. Okay, so Noah says, what about buying property? As a foreigner, you cannot buy a property. You can get a 10-year lease, right? And what does it take to start a business? It depends on what kind of business okay, so let me tell you what it needs to start a business. You don't need, okay, you need a lease. First and foremost, you need a lease. You need a lease and a letter from the government, from the local government. So you need a certified lease from wherever you've rented. So if you've rented a house, your lease has to be registered, and it has to have a seal from a advocate, which is a lawyer. When you get that seal from the advocate, right, what you do is, when you get the seal from the advocate, you take that sealed lease and you're going to go down to your local government. So every community has a local government that takes care of that area, and you're going to get a letter from them to say, yes, I live in, it's a what's the word? It's a like an introduction. Sorry, it's an introduction letter. That introduction letter, you're going to take it down to the company's registration place. I forgot the name. I was there just last week. Anyway, when you go down there, you explain that you're looking to start a business. It doesn't cost you any money. There is no application fee. There is no cost to starting the business. No one is asking you for a work permit to start a business. No one is asking you for any documentation to start a business. They only want the lease that is certified. Now the lease, what you're going to do is they're going to give you the permit to go ahead and start running your business. Now, because you're doing this business, they don't know how much money you make every month. What they're going to do is tell you to save your receipts and your invoice every month, right? So when you save your invoice every month, you bring it, I think it's something like, don't quote me, I think if not 90 days, it could be 6 months of your receipts. Then you're going to take that receipt back to the tax office, and they're going to then say, okay, this is how much money you make, excuse me, and this is how much money you can make on taxes, right? This is how much money you're going to pay in taxes. So that's all they need to know. There is no cost to registering the business. You only need to bring your lease, right? So make sure when you're looking to lease a property, make sure that your landlady or your landlord puts on it, if you want to be a photographer, that you're using it also for a photographer studio, right? If you're using it for you know, a hairdresser, make sure you put hairdresser on that lease. Okay, so this is some information that a lot of people don't know. Only you do, because only you're here. Ooh, I'm sorry. I'm down here. I'm down here in the living room. There's no air conditioning down here. Yes. Okay, so vlogging and the 930 fee. The 930 fee, vlogging and the 930 fee. So the 930 fee is if you are Tanzanian and that is what you're doing to make your money that you want to video and you want to upload and you want to do your Tanzanian. If you're a visitor, right? Why would you pay that 930 fee? If you're a visitor, how I don't I can tell where you got that information. So I can tell where you got that information. Okay? If you're a visitor, there are certain places that you cannot go there and record. Okay? But no one is stopping you from making a recording in your home. No one is stopping you from uploading information to the internet. No one is stopping you from putting information together. Okay, so if you're a visitor, don't sweat those things, right? When you become a resident and you register a business to say, my business is that um, I make videos and I upload them online and I do this and I do that, right? That's a whole nother kettle of fish. How do you tax that? How do you disclose how much money you make from that? How do you pay taxes on that, right? What if you're only doing it for recreational purposes? These YouTubers and these people who are making these videos for the public, they're doing a lot for Tanzania, right? So many people have come to Tanzania in just the few weeks that I've been talking about Tanzania, right? So you're not a resident, you're just making some videos, okay? So make sure you put whatever it is you're doing on your lease, right? And when you do that, when you put that on your lease, that is how you register the business, right? Okay. Any more questions? Okay, Brittany, you can find Dutch pots here, but as I said before, I don't know about the quality, right? Because when you're in the third world, you get Chinese quality goods everywhere you go. But when you go to the third world, they sell countries the less quality. So in China, you have A, B, C, D, E, F, G, the whole entire alphabet grade of less quality products. In America, they have to sell A grade products. Okay. In the United Kingdom, they have to sell A grade products. When it comes to Africa, they just sell any kind of grade, right? So let's see. So be careful of your pots. right? Because your pots you have to eat out of there. So I would invest in a good quality, like German set of pots. If I was going to bring some pots here, just bring like good quality pots because you're not going to find really good quality pots here. Okay, next. How does the tax rate compare with the US? Okay, so here you have GCT, okay, or they call it VAT tax, value added tax. The VAT tax is something like 8%, if I'm not mistaken, um, which is about the same as the United States. So the tax is on everything, okay, because you might think, okay, I'm just purchasing something. Um, you're a visitor. I'm just purchasing something. But the person who's selling you the item may also be an immigrant, may also be a migrant, and they need to have your beads in. Yes, yeah. So all of the oh, I have a guest. Oh, sorry, Donnie.
Hey,
Hey,
how you
Donnie.
doing?
I'm
Yeah.
well. How are you?
Oh, I'm doing fine. I didn't want to hold you for long. I was waiting patiently.
Oh, I'm sorry. I was reading the stream as well as trying to have a conversation at the same time. Hold on, I'm going halfway. There we go.
No, no, it's fine. I just wanted to congratulate you on what you're doing, and
Oh, thank you so much. Thank
and
you so much.
and the progress seemed like it's moving fast. So,
Thank you. It is moving fast. Even making my own head turn. I was like, wow, this. I just came here. This is.
uh, yeah,
I
yeah,
was.
you gotta have an eye to see, and I could see from that first video the potential of the place. And walking down through them gates to the ocean, you know, you changed my mind.
Yeah. Really? I was just watching that video right before this. It came up
Yeah,
in my feed and I'm like, okay, let me watch this video. And it's kind of surreal to watch it, you know, going back like, okay, this was just 30 days ago.
yeah,
I didn't know I could get this property. I didn't know anything about the property. All I know is I was fascinated. I was in, I wanted it, and just that walk down to the ocean and
yeah,
climbing the rocks to
yeah,
get to the other side. I didn't even know I could get that property at that point. But I listened to what I said on the recording that I always wanted something like this.
yeah,
And yeah, and it came through. So
yeah,
I think it's going to be a fantastic place
yeah,
for us. I think it's going to be a great place for us to reunite and to rekindle ourselves and get back to our African roots
yeah,
of our identity because so much have been taken from us and so much have been broken inside of us that we don't know how to reconnect to that even though we have moved, we have shifted geographically, we also have to shift emotionally. And
yeah,
unless we do that, we're not going to have a success in Africa.
yeah,
We have to shift mentally as
yeah.
well.
I
Yeah.
agree. Yeah, I'm in Virginia in the U.S. I'm waiting on my
Hmm.
passport. I don't know how long it's gonna take for it to come. I check the little website every day, and it says the same thing. If first it said, it was a backlog, and I think they're saying 10 to 12 weeks. But I mean, I'm making preparations to visit. I'm probably going to be going back and forth. My situation is a little different. Like I said, I was disabled. I had a bad fall a couple years ago, so I've had a couple of surgeries, and I'm due at least another shoulder surgery that I don't want to have right now because I can't really walk. So it's all my left side, so I can't see. I can barely get around on crutches. But if I get that shoulder surgery done, then that's my whole left side. I'm gonna be immobile, so I'm trying to
Well,
hold
I'm
on.
Well, I'm gonna tell you what, you
Yeah,
come here and get some of this vitamin D on that melanin.
yeah,
You come here and you get some of this sunshine and some of the salt air and some of
yeah.
these good looking women
All right.
and
Well,
some
I
of
mean,
this good food.
oh yeah. Well, I'm coming. I'm coming to school. I'm probably coming with probably my best friend. He's from the UK. Probably a couple of my cousins. Actually, my cousin is married to a Jamaican, and he said he's coming with me. But and I remember the stuff he was saying about going to Jamaica. She doesn't want to go back to Jamaica. He wants to go to Jamaica. So I'm gonna bring with me to Africa and see how he likes that, and then see if that changes his mind.
If he brings her to Africa, she ain't never going back. No,
Yeah,
because most of us in Jamaica, where it's designed in our consciousness that Africa is home.
yeah.
So she might not come back.
Oh yeah. Yeah, she said she got a
Yeah,
house in
but
Jamaica and she not going back. My cousin want to
no,
retire there, and she's like, she not doing it.
no, Jamaica. It's very sad. It's a small and beautiful country. It's very sad that we the problem with Jamaica is we're so close to the United States. And
Yeah,
because we're so close to the United States, they use us as a foothold against Cuba. And they have
yeah,
used us as a foothold for this is the United States, to kind of surround Cuba with their own foreign policies and their own lopsided mentality. So Jamaica is America 2.0. And a lot of the things that I see here, and I'm like, oh, I remember that when I was a kid. Oh, it's like Jamaica 30 years ago. you
okay,
know the people here with their skills and their abilities, they're making a living. If they're a wood carver, they're out on the side of the road making, carving wood,
yeah,
without worries of somebody robbing them or stealing from them or coming through and stabbing them.
yes,
If you can open a store, you open a store. The Chinese are not so inundated that you can't make a living. And unfortunately, it's like that in Jamaica. So we're small, we're beautiful, and we're violent.
wow, yeah. Okay, well, I'm not gonna hold you. I just want to let you know that I am coming. As soon as all my
Yes,
my
please,
stuff gets in order, then I'm
please
gonna
do. And
plan a trip.
I appreciate your donation. I appreciate everyone who has contributed to the Exodus House, because when I got the property, I didn't know nothing.
Yeah,
I still don't know. I
oh, you
still don't
doing a
know a
great
lot.
job. You doing a great job. I can tell though. The way you make sure they do what they supposed to do, and you stay on top of them, and that's the narrative I seen from watching other people, other places. You really need a foreman or something to make sure everybody
Yeah.
does what they supposed to do. But they take a
No,
shortcut.
I have a foreman. I have a foreman, but
Yeah.
the foreman is listen, man, these people, I don't know who these people think they're dealing with. I don't
Uh,
know. Everybody's
a
trying to get
foreigner.
away with something. Say again?
Yeah. They think you're dealing with a foreigner, so they treating you like
They
that.
think
They think you don't know.
they think they're dealing with a Muzungu,
Yeah.
or I'm a woman, or
Yeah.
I come through there with lipstick and a dress, and they think, oh, she's so pretty, mama, don't worry about these things, mama don't know nothing,
Yeah.
but yeah, I got exactly, Shaza. I'm the foreman. They want I am the foreman. I pay a contractor who pays the foreman and
Okay.
the teams on different works. So the engineer, who is the foreman, he should be, overseeing all of these things in details.
Yeah.
But if you get paid, you don't care.
Yeah.
So what I do is I pay them just enough that they don't die. And I pay them right so that if they don't do what I need them to do, and it's everywhere, this is the third world. If they don't do what you need them to do, you need some leverage. So you should not ever pay out everything at once. Keep the most money for the end, right? Because if you don't do that, you're not going to move past certain things. You're not going to be able to do what you're supposed to do. You have no leverage, right? So for me, I have to hold something back from them and just keep stringing them along. Do this. Oh, mama, we want to do that. No, 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 no. You didn't finish that.
Yeah.
You'd finish this and let's go on to that. Oh, but mama, we need money. Oh, but I need my job to get done.
Yeah.
So,
That's the right way to do it.
Yeah, I have too much experience with people like that. Like I grew up around my dad, and building and watching him build things and watching him, dealing with contractors and builders. You kind of realize that this is how things work.
Yeah, that's a
Even in
standard.
America, yeah, even in America, you pay for your kitchen to be done. I mean, you watch Seven on Your Side all the time, and you see that Help Me Howard. You see this woman's kitchen that hasn't been done in 3 years. The contractor got paid and skipped town, and left her kitchen tore up. So no, you don't do that. You have to apply the same things here.
Okay. And
But
lastly, before I go and let you go, I'm wondering if anybody else dealing with this situation.
oh, you froze up. I'm sorry. Go ahead. Ah, you froze.
Second, is anybody dealing with this situation where family is not interested at all? I mean, I'm coming and I feel like I gotta come. I'm gonna find a place. I'm gonna show them the videos, everything, and I'm gonna have to physically show them that it's not just dirt roads and and all the negative stereotypes they see before they want to come. So I'm gonna get offline. I'm just wondering if anybody else besides me is having this issue. It's not stopping me, but that is my other issue.
So is this like parent or wife or
wife, kids, family?
okay?
They think
Because
I'm crazy.
I did a chat. I'll send you the link. I'll email you the link on this.
Okay.
That's why I started the chat by saying, don't tell nobody nothing.
Yeah.
When you get your passport, you buy your ticket. I'm going for a vacation. Nice. Yeah. I'll send you pictures, and don't say anything. Like no one knew that I was coming to Africa until like I was here a month before my sister texted me and go, I heard you're in Africa. And so because you can't afford that, it's very hard to come from to crawl out of your own mind to say I'm gonna go to some Africa where I don't know nobody and I don't know nothing. It's very difficult to crawl out of yourself to be convinced to come to Africa, right? And then to convince others who are not even on the same page. That's not your job. They have to convince themselves. That's not your job. Your job is to get you out of there, okay? Your job is to, if it's your wife, excuse me, show her.
Oh, yes. You froze up. I don't know if it's your end or my end.
This is the kind of lifestyle we could be living, right? Show her how far your money can go if you come here, right? Try to, show her that way. And if you have to come and find yourself a nice home for your wife, that's what you have to do. And, and invite her, right? But if it is in your heart to repatriate, there's so many obstacles and hurdles in your way, right? Don't invite people to become obstacles and hurdles either. Everyone that's here, their family Their dad, their brothers, their sisters told them not to come here.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah, I was
So
wondering if
you're
it was
not the
just
only
me.
one. No, it's not just you. Everyone who has come here is dealing with the same thing. They're because the United States has done a number, the West has done a number on giving us false narratives on Africa and mismarketing and mismanaged and misinforming and miseducating and providing false histories and full, you would never believe that this is the Africa that they're talking about, right? When you come through here,
Yeah.
you're not
You
going
know,
to believe that this is the same Africa that they are talking about. So
yeah.
where do those thoughts and those ideas come from,
Yeah,
right? That
the
people live in.
TV, the media,
They
you
come from
know.
the media, they come from
I don't
school, they
know.
come from
I grew up
right.
in
And
I
so
grew up in the '70s, and in the '70s, all we saw was Tarzan movies, with or feed the children with the kids with the flies on their face. That was our whole. That's all we got of Africa.
right. So when I was in Jamaica, we got similar things of the Ethiopians being starved and
Yeah,
the hungry child
yeah,
and the hungry child in Nigeria. And I'm going to tell you where that comes from. Number one, that hungry child in Ethiopia was caused by the dam, the Aswan Dam that was built in the north of Egypt that stopped water from getting down to the Fertile Crescents in Ethiopia. Okay? So they blocked up the water and there was flooding, and after the flooding, there was famine.
right,
So they did that.
yeah,
They also, talking about the British, they also funded the wars, the internal wars, the civil wars in Nigeria that caused famine and hunger
right.
in Nigeria. So they did that,
They did
and
everything.
then they put it on, and then they put it on the news and say,
Yeah,
"Oh, look, these Africans are starving. Oh,
right,
look,
yeah,
meanwhile, they're plundering the oil and the diamonds and the gold and everything they can get their hands on from Africa. They're
yeah,
plundering, right? Meanwhile, funding wars. So they
yeah,
did that.
yeah.
Okay,
And
because if
I
you
think
leave
it,
the Africans alone, they're good.
yeah, I think it's gonna get a lot worse here. So I'm just gonna prepare a place so when they get tired and get ready to go, then I already have a compound waiting for them to get out.
Now, do
Cause
you have children?
yeah,
How old
most
are
of
your
them is grown.
children?
My youngest is 17, but everybody else is grown, married, kids, everything else. So I mean, I just need a place big enough so when they get ready to go, hey, get that plane ticket, or I'll send you that plane ticket and you can come on.
Exactly. So this is the position that you're in, Donnie.
Yeah,
You're in that position. All of us who have been bitten by the bug to
yeah,
leave America and see that it's not getting better, we're the Moses in our family.
yeah,
Okay? You're the one in your family who's going to have to go and prepare a place that
yeah,
where you are, they will abide. You're the Moses in your family.
yeah,
Okay? And some of y'all are listening to it and you hear it,
yeah,
and you have the same situation. You got the wives and you got the problems and you got the children who don't want to come. You're the Moses in your family. Don't wait for them because they'll keep you there. They'll keep you
yeah,
there under fear, and procrastination and confusion.
yeah,
And you can see something they can't see. You
yeah,
can see that it's over. The party's over. The music done stop. The Titanic is sinking, and
yeah,
they are reshuffling the deck chairs.
exactly.
The Titanic has sunk.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's on the way
Ruth
down.
Bader Ginsburg. Ruth Bader Ginsburg was the last thing that was holding on that democracy by the thread, and when she died, it's now gonna be a shit show.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah,
Well,
I agree.
look at who they're putting in, and look at where this country is going so close to the election. Look how other countries have recovered from coronavirus, but all you hear about in America is coronavirus.
Yeah, it's on
Are
purpose.
we that dirty? Do we live in pigsties? Can't we don't know how to wash our hands?
Yeah,
What's going on?
Yeah. No,
What
around
is
that.
going? What is
No,
what?
they promote it. You got all these I hate to say Trump supporting white supremacists that he told that you don't have to wear a mask, and they just been spreading it. If everybody would have stayed in the house for 2 weeks like they quarantined everybody else, it would have been over with. So
Exactly, so you see there are lots of games being played here, and they're playing a three-card shuffle with common sense,
yeah,
right? And logic and reason. And every time you turn around, there's something new. First you can't catch the coronavirus by sneezing. Then you can't catch it by touching. Now you can catch it by, or you can't catch it by close. Now you like.
yeah,
They're playing all kinds of people with common sense, right? So those of us who have been bitten by the bug, we have to be the Moses in our family. We have to go prepare a place, and show them what there is to see, and let them come along. And
yeah.
don't let them pull you down. You pull them up. Okay, that's
I
how
always
that's
been a
gonna have to
leader.
go.
So I always been a
Yes.
leader, and I've never been scared to be the only one to go out here and make the move. So I'm gonna continue to do that. So they'll see the videos. I started a YouTube channel just specifically to chronicle my whole journey. Donnie goes in, so they gonna see it, and when they gonna see us by the beach, they gonna see me at the ex's house. They gonna see me walking down the little pathway to the ocean, and I'm gonna say this could be you. So when you get
Exactly.
tired,
Exactly.
I'll send you the
Ex-
plane ticket.
Exactly, exactly. Thank you so much for joining us, brother.
Okay,
Thank you
I'm gonna
so
go.
very much.
Peace and blessings, and congratulations.
Thank you. I appreciate your support so much.
Okay.
Thank you. Hi.
Hello,
How you
hello,
doing?
Christian.
Hello. Pronounce your name for me.
I know you have
Nilaja.
there you go, Nalaja. Perfect.
Nilaja.
Yes.
Nilaja. Beautiful name. And
Thank
where
you.
where where are you calling in from, Nilaja?
I am calling in from DC.
Oh wow, honey.
Yes, yes,
Are you
yes.
ready for the debate?
Girl, please, I ain't got time for that.
She's like, I'm going to Africa.
Like,
Ain't nobody got
I live in
pure
DC, but I'm
foolishness.
from St. Croix, the Virgin Islands.
Oh yes. Well,
I just want to start
well,
off by
beautiful.
saying thank you for everything that you do and continue to do for us. You are truly inspirational. You have me crying. You have me laughing. You have me excited. I'm ready. Ready.
Thank you. Yes, ma'am. You're from the Caribbean. You know the truth. You know the truth. You know you belong. You know where you belong. You know where you should be. And it's time. We Caribbean people, we have a responsibility now. We're immigrants. We know what being an immigrant is about, and we have to show our African American brothers and sisters how to get the hell out of there, right? So we have a responsibility. We have traveled. We've taken planes. Some of our brothers and sisters have never taken planes before, right? They have never been immigrants before. They've never gone through the process of having a green card. They've never been through it before. And it's a matter of urgency where they see that this country is falling the hell apart. And so it's up to us to stand up with them and support them, right? And I'm looking at you because I know you get the message, and I appreciate all your kind words and all your support and everything that you do, right? I appreciate all the kindness of everyone on this chat, but those of us who are Caribbean, you know what it's like to come from an all black country, right? You know the truth. You know where you belong. You know where you need to go. Okay, some of y'all, when you go to America, you get big ideas, and your mind is expanded, and you can no longer fit into a small island anymore. You need a big place, right?
You know,
And if you
no, you're right. Like, The thing is, I left St. Croix when I was like 16. I moved to
Mm-hmm.
Chicago, then to Indiana, then to DC. Then I went back home saying, oh, I'm going to go back and, give back what I have. That in itself was a struggle. It's like, why am I fighting to give you what I have for free? Then I went to Texas. Then I went back to DC. Then I went to Brooklyn, New York. And the thing was, like, every place I landed, it was like I was waiting for that feeling of being at home, and I wasn't feeling it. The whole communal living that you're talking about, what I grew up with, knowing your neighbors, passing over what you cook for dinner to your neighbor next door. Everybody know each other. They look out for each other. Here in the States, everywhere I've been, I don't even know my neighbor's name. Everybody door is
No.
closed.
The only time you know your neighbor is when he did something on bad and he ends up on the news. He was such a quiet, I can't believe he would do. He doesn't say anything to anybody.
Mm-hmm.
We don't grow up like that, right? Like, you have a mango tree and everybody passing,
Yep.
come for the mango, and people know you because you have, or you pick the mangoes and you put them out of your gate because they just fall on the floor. You don't want to waste them, so you just put them on the gate. Somebody will pick.
Mm-hmm.
You see everybody. You have a conversation with people. You know how to live. Your people skills are developed, right? So when you come to Africa and you see another person, it's like, hey, you're excited to see them and they're excited to see you, right? But our brothers and sisters have not. They haven't been. They have been dehumanized, and they have been robbed of their relationship, their connectivity with other Black people, right? They don't even want African Americans to come to Africa, right? They treat African Americans. Say again?
It reminded me of when I was in Brooklyn on the train, right? And I saw the Hasidic Jew in his like traditional garb, and this other Jewish man in the same garb as one. And he walked directly to him and he was asking him these questions. I'm not from here. I'm trying to this, trying to do. And it's like, just knowing you're connected, you could walk up to somebody. And the man didn't only give him information, he gave him his phone number. Here, you can call me if you need this, if you need that. And I'm like, who on this train? Here, I'm just fighting just to get a seat. If I move, I could be in crutches. The train.
You could be pregnant. You could be pregnant. They don't give a damn.
And I'm like, that's not how we are.
No, it's not. And you can get run over real quick in America. You can get run over real quick with that Caribbean, we love everybody mentality. You can get run over very easily because you can't understand it, the inhumanity and the unkindness and the selfishness, and but you can also be taken advantage of very easily because you're open and you're giving,
Even
you're
within
giving, but
women, it's so weird for me to hear I don't have females as friends, or I don't get along with women, and I'm like, you're my sister. I don't have to know you to love you or care about you.
I know, but
that's what you're doing, Renee. You're loving and you're caring about us. The blessings you're receiving is because you're blessing us. It
wow, thank you. Thank you. The other day I was driving around with Jackson, and he was saying, you should charge people for all that you're doing. And I said, I know I should. But at the same time, I'm not charging them and people are donating. So I'm getting paid anyway. So that's how I look at it, is it comes back. It comes back in one way or the other. It comes back here Anywhere in Africa, anywhere there's sunshine, people are nice, right? Anywhere there's sunshine. Let me see.
One quick question.
Yeah,
Um,
sure.
so I'm in education, started out as a teacher and then moved into like the administrative side and then teaching teachers. And every time, we do our research, watching all the YouTube videos about businesses, etc. And one of the fields that get neglected, even with starting up communities, is education. Like I feel like, we're seen as like the totem pole. And I'm wondering, I know it's probably not your field and I'll look more into it when I get there. But I have been to Ghana, not during the year of return. But I got there and I didn't have that feeling like this was the place for me. I feel like Nigeria is like the New York and Ghana is like the Atlanta, and it's, like, and I'm not looking for that.
Wow.
It's a good place to go visit, turn up, be like, yeah, and come back. But one of the things I noticed when I was talking to people like about kids, because people find me weird. That's all I was like, so talk to me about the kids, or I'll talk to kids about school. And I noticed that they would say things like, okay, well, these are the bright ones and they have these opportunities. So it seemed like either you were smart or you weren't. And it wasn't like a lot of support for those kids who weren't getting. And it's not that they don't know or that they're not bright. It's just we have to change the way how we teach for those particular kids. And I don't want it to seem like I'm coming to Tanzania, saying this is what you need to do. But I was thinking of setting up, and I don't mind sharing my ideas, because if other people want to join in, the more the better. That's a big place and we can reach more kids. But what I was thinking of was like having like a tutoring center, because my specialty is like teaching reading to struggling readers. Like, what are some strategies? And Kiswahili is going to be a challenge, because I've looked at it. I'm like, Lord have mercy. I can't figure out the pronoun, the nouns, the sentence structures. But, Duolingo, let's see what we can do. And then that student visa, I'll be taking those Swahili classes. But, setting up like, how in prison, how they have in the one-way mirror that you can see in.
Yeah.
But setting it up where the teachers can come in and like observe what are some of the strategies that we're doing with the kids that they can take back. And it doesn't seem like a very big money making thing, but I'm thinking of like maybe attaching like a bookstore and a coffee shop as like the income producing part. But what are your thoughts?
It's a great idea. The bookshop, and let me tell you, so here, there are different types of education systems here, okay? Mm-hmm. But what I notice is a lot of the people who have brought their children here are homeschooling their children. They're homeschooled. The Exodus House, the reason why I'm determined to like make grass grow in that patch of land is that is going to be our schooling area. Because people are coming through with their children. If we can develop a homeschooling, home share system where we're doing, and we can hire a Kiswahili tutor to teach children the things that they need to know, right? So to me, education is definitely a necessary part of it. But if your specialty is children and teaching children how to read, I know I'm going to be wrong for this, but there are plenty of adults who don't know how to read.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Okay?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
There are plenty of adults who don't know how to use English language. Kiswahili is the main language in Tanzania. English is a second language by far, meaning hardly anyone speaks any kind of English. Okay. So you go into government places and people do speak English, but you can also be an English tutor. You can also teach people English privately.
I started out as an ESL Well, ESOL teacher.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So ESL is here. You can do that. English as a second language. You can do that here. But I'm going to tell you that from with in your head, right? When you come here using your experience and your background and seeing things through your eyes, you're going to see far more than what I can see. Okay? So part of the key is coming here and looking at what is happening here and how is the education system managed and where do you fit into all of this. You know, I'm just a little person. I don't have a school. I don't have anything, but I can be a tutor. Tutoring is big business here. Like next door, they have Quranic tutor. Jojo has a tutor. She has a Kiswahili tutor. There are tutors everywhere. Okay? So it depends on what the needs are. Jojo speaks English, she needs Kiswahili. There are children who speak Kiswahili who need English. Okay? So if you have that credential, that is definitely something that you can take advantage of. And it, you know, you can network. You can network with people who can get you to where you need to be. But you need to come here and see it.
I'm coming. Don't worry. You don't have to convince me. The young man who was talking about, you know, my family, who to convince, not my job. They already know. I told my grandmother she's never been on a plane. My father's side, they're from Louisiana. And I told her, I said, I mentioned it to her, you know, in passing a couple months ago, but she didn't, you know, I didn't feel like she really heard me. So just last week, I was like, so you remember when I mentioned to you that, you know, I'm moving? She was like, what? Where are you going? You know, I don't fly. And finally she was like, well, because they know I'm a little crazy. I was like, thank you for supporting me in my craziness. And she was like, well, you know, I'm a little crazy too. So do you.
Wow, that's fantastic. It's time to go. It definitely is time to go. It's not the time to procrastinate. You know, get, get rid of whatever is holding you back. Get rid of it. If it's a half dead relationship, kill it and get it over with. Just no, you the thing is you don't know what's here for you, okay? But if you come, if you could, and it depends on the spirit you come with. If you come with a spirit of understanding that before you there was a generation of two people, your parents, who wanted to come back. And before them was a generation before them. Before them was a generation before them. Someone or somewhere along your bloodline was taken from here and they wanted to come back. And there is no energy stronger or more powerful than standing in where people who have always wanted to do what you are doing and you're doing it for them. That is an extremely powerful thing to repatriate. And some people miss it. They think it's just a trip. They think it's just buying a plane ticket and oh, I'm in Africa now. No, you're bringing back the blood of these people that were taken and stolen out of Africa. And all the generation, your parents, two of them, that power is here for you. And if you feel excited and good and you're happy and you feel that in you, you're going to welcome in so many people, so many spirits, so many people are just going to be naturally drawn to that. Things are going to continue to just keep coming towards you because you're just rocking in that power. But you won't. You have to be in the environment. It's like you're in America and you're a fish out of water, right? You're a fish out of water. You are literally gasping for air. You think you're supposed to be a bird, right? That's how far out they have you out of the water. You think you're supposed to be a bird, and you're looking at all these other birds flying. Like, why can't I fly? And when you come to Africa, you're now in the water. You didn't even know you could swim.
And that's
You're like,
like,
oh, I'm a fish.
mhm. And I feel like that's even Black Sunrise, when they said like African centered education, like that's been like the struggle here, because again, even though the specialty is reading, it's like when I was like looking at some of the videos in Africa, they would talk. I remember seeing one where they were talking about how, you know, the people knew what kind of herbs to use for what healing, but like when you ask them why, they would say, I don't really know. That's what my mother used to do, or that's what my grandmother told me. But like getting them grounded to know why, so that out here you have Dr. Oz mention something that's from us. Anybody is mentioning things and they're getting boku of money from it. This is your culture, your knowledge, your heritage. Know it and share it and make a living for you and your family and your community from it. You know what I mean? So it's not just like teaching them ABCs 1, 2, 3. I come from that whole when what's his name said, not to be disrespectful, I think it was Frederick Douglass, say once you learn how to read, you will be free. It's not just reading the word, but reading your world. We always talking about building change agents. Every school here talking about building change agents, but you have them talk about anything political. Oh no, there's no room for school in politics. But the reason why they're oppressed is because they don't know how to use their literacy to change.
Exactly. So what you're talking about, my dear, is critical thinking.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? What you're talking about is logic and critical thinking. That's something that is completely void and excluding. It's not even a part of the curriculum in America, right? There is no anything that speaks to your critical thinking skills, your ability to, to think for yourself. Everything seems to be rote, that you have to be repetitious in order to get it, right? So maybe you coming here is going to show you how to do things differently, right? Because a lot of people are coming with these children and they're going to need education services, right? Jojo now goes to school. She goes to a nursery school where they teach her English and Kiswahili, right? Now, does she need to be around other children that speaks like her and thinks like her? Yes, I expose her to that, so that she's not completely void and missing of anything and feel like she's the outsider, right? So that's very important, but when are you thinking of coming?
The goal is before the end of December, because I don't want to start January 2021 here. Okay? That's the goal. I'm speaking it into existence. I am not starting 2021 here.
And I support that, but I think you should come before the election.
Before? Okay, I'm gonna try.
Some kind of all hell is gonna break loose.
I feel it too. I know. They're putting seeds like, well, what if he contests the election? And that shouldn't even be a discussion. That shouldn't even be a discussion in the United States of quote unquote democratic America. But you know what?
Listen, he didn't even win the popular vote. So hey, here we are 4 years later. Okay? So there is no democracy, right? There's no democracy. It's just time to go.
Well, thank you so much for your time. I don't want to be, hogging up the airspace again. Many thanks.
I'm sorry.
I will see you soon.
No problem. Thank you so much for joining me. You can send me an email anytime, any questions that you have. I am here. I appreciate your patience because I know a lot of people donated to the Exodus Africa platform that it was supposed to be to the moon.
Girl, I'm good.
But I realized that I had to create content for the people who have been supporting me. You know, I just let me see. Yeah, I just had to do content for the people so that they knew that I appreciated what they were doing and I understood what they were trying to do, which is to show me that I was not alone. I'm not alone, and I feel that and I appreciate that. You have no idea. I don't feel like I'm out here in these streets of Africa with these fundies and their high cost. I feel like I have a system of people that, you know, I'm stepping onto firm ground because I feel like I'm doing the right thing, you know, and I appreciate all of you so much. You know, everything matters, everything helps, but those of you who have dug deep in your pockets, you said, okay, I need to get her to where she needs to be, and I appreciate that so very much. Thank you. You don't have to run off. You don't have to run off.
Well, you keep
Yeah.
hearing my phone go off because I have to go and do a
Oh,
session, and I keep putting it off like, just give me 9 more minutes, 9 more minutes.
okay, honey. Okay, I got you. Thank you so very much. Anybody else, check your email. Check your email. You have the link if you want to come in. Come on in. Okay, and if you have questions, put them in the chat. Okay, thank you. Oh, she gone. Thank you, Nalaja. Okay. Thank you, a traveling palette. I appreciate that so much. Okay, what's the cost of a 3 to 4 bedroom house in the Exodus house area? Okay, it depends. So there is a house. I've seen houses for, 5 bedrooms, self-contained for 1 million T shilling. I've seen 1.2 million T shilling. All of the houses that I post on the YouTube channel, all of those houses. Oh, okay. Thanks for the banking tip. Okay, so all of the houses for the YouTube channel that I put on the YouTube channel, those houses are they're all like available. They're all in the area of the Exodus house. So 1.2, 1.1 million T shilling, right? But you need something that's, if you're talking about on the beach, it will go up a little more. Okay, so KJ had asked earlier about banking. All right, so the beautiful thing about the banking is you don't need a lot to open a bank account here, right? You don't need a lot to open a bank account. Um you don't need to be a resident to open a bank account. You don't need to be a resident to invest in the stock market, right? So you can open the bank account here and transfer your funds, or if you get a pension or whatever, you can do that transfer into that local bank account. Was that the question, KJ? I think that was a question you had posted earlier. So let me know if I missed it or if you have anything else, right? Oh, I like that, Shaza. Yeah. If you want to go fast, go alone. If you want to go far, go together. Oh, that's cool. Do you have to be in Tanzania to lease? Could you lease remotely? No, you do not have to be in Tanzania to lease. Okay. You can be confident about what you're if you're confident with what you're leasing, right? If the person is doing videos for you, going in and out of the property, showing you the neighborhood, you do not have to be here to lease, right? You can lease remotely. people can lease on your behalf, right? And then when you come, you can have the lease transferred to you. So people can definitely do house hunting for you. Who was that? That was Noah. Yeah, Noah had asked about that. Okay, let's see. Is Bezzy Beach Resort a good place to stay? Okay, so Bezzy Beach, um, I don't know the name of Bezzy Beach Resort. I don't know that property, but I put up people at Azura, which is in Bezzy Beach, right? And when you're looking for a hotel, what you want to look for is a place that's not too hotel-y, and that's what I like about Azura, is that it's not hotel-y. It's not like it's a boutique hotel. It's very, it's very small. It's close to the beach. It has its own beach. Um, let's see. So yeah, I'm not sure about Bezzy Beach Resort, if that's the name of the property you're saying. Excuse me. But if you're looking at a property, also go to Google Maps. All right. Let's see. Uh, let's see. Okay. All right. So Noah. Okay. So Noah would like to know if I would be able to. Yes, I could do that. Um, I could definitely assist you with that, with finding something for you. Um, if you're comfortable with that, that would not be be a problem, so that you could move straight into that property. And you know, you can lease for a year, and if you love it, you stay longer. If you don't, you find something else, right? So yeah, that's definitely an option for you, Noah. Okay, let's see. All right. Okay, Azure, Azure, right? That's the name of the resort. Azura, yeah, Azure, Azure. I must be saying it wrong. Okay, let's see. Okay, yeah, Shaza says that would be a great service. Yes, it would, if that's what I wanted to do. Um, I don't know if this is if what I want to do is do the real estate and run around and help people, because I'm a filmmaker. That's what I do. Um, I don't I don't know if that's what I want to do. If I want to show people properties, um, I don't think I like that very much, because people are peculiar about where they live, and a lot of people cannot see potential in real estate. Um, I don't think I'm cut out for it. I have a mortgage broker's license and a real estate license, so I definitely know how to bargain, and I definitely know how to look at a property. And I've helped a lot of people negotiate their lease. I've helped a lot of people find their properties, but you know, just the ones who can't see potential, that drives me nuts. Yeah. Well, Shaza, if you come on, I'll hire you to do it for people. I'll train you and I'll teach you what to do. Right? I'm not sure if I want to oh, let me see. Donnie says I could do repatriation films. Yeah, so I'm filming my thesis film. I'm gonna be up at 6 a.m. tomorrow morning. Um, I'm going to be at the Exodus house. I have been filming the whole entire month of December. So I will definitely be doing a lot of storytelling on things that should be talked about, our stories that are not being put out there, our repatriation stories, our migrant stories, our all our the things that they neglect in us to tell, if you ask America, like, if you turn on TV, you don't hear anything about any kind of exodus, but this exodus is happening. right? It's just another thing in our history and our culture that they deny. It's just another thing in our history and our culture that they want to look past. But they see it happening. They see the exodus happening, right? They know they should be paying reparations. The United Nations told them that they should be paying reparations. The United Nations recommended that they be paying reparations. Are they paying reparations? No, right? So we should be telling our stories, the stories that are being neglected. You know, they treat us like we're invisible, like we have no need. Like, why would you want to go to Africa? That's a white person, thank you. And anytime you hear anybody say, why would you want to go to Africa? It sounds the same as as a white person telling a black person, go back to Africa, right? It's coming from the same different wavelength of go nowhere and think nothing. You know, it doesn't have any kind of footing in logic. It doesn't have any kind of footing in reason, right? Why would you want to go to Africa? Why wouldn't you want to go to Africa? Why would you want to stay there and be inhuman? Why would you want to stay there and be mistreated? You don't need to stay there and be mistreated, right? Somebody telling you to go back to Africa after they've taken advantage of you, used you up, used up your entire generation, ate up all your corn, and look at you with a scorn, turn around and tell you to go back to Africa. Well, they need to give you some money to go. Uh-oh. Let's see. I'm good at tree swing. Britain, it would be great if we had some sort of message board or way of communicate outside of the lives. I have a technician working on the Exodus Africa platform. How I want to start communicating to y'all. That's how I want you to be communicating with each other, right? I'm I'm done with all of their platforms. I'm done with all of their stuff. Okay. So what you should do if you don't want all of your stuff out there, because remember the live is going to, people can watch the live again, right? What you can do is, if you don't want all your stuff out there, is you can email me and who you'd like to exchange your email address with, and I'll exchange that for you. Yes, Shaza, exactly. So it's about forming relationships, building relationships. You know, some of y'all might even connect to repatriate together, right? That's what it's about, you know. Some of y'all might become housemates, right? Why, if you have $5,000, if that's all you have, and all somebody else has is $8,000, you put that together, that's $13,000. You can get yourself a nice big house, and everybody has space to roam around in. You know, come on, we have to make this thing work, because there are a lot of us who want to repatriate and don't have any kind of money. A lot of us want to leave and don't kind of have any kind of money, but we have each other, right? Definitely, you know. Okay, all right. Brittany, Brittany, email me and remind me, because I know your screen name and you emailed me before, but that was like 300 emails ago. I've had 300 emails between then. So email me, Brittany. Yes. And then what I will do is, everyone who's here on the founders chat, I'm going to just make a nice long email so we can all talk to each other. So you all can communicate with each other. Yeah. I mean, if you could make up your own susus together, that's what I want to see. I want to see people making up their own susus. I want to see people, make up their own susus, save together, um, because this is real, right? This is real. This is something that is in your spirit and you're feeling it. You are feeling it. You're feeling this thing in your spirit right now. Okay. Okay, Shaza. Yeah, you're feeling this thing in your spirit right now about leaving. You've always felt that way. You've always felt like you don't belong in America. You've always known that you needed to leave, right? And it's stronger and stronger and stronger. And there are more of you feeling the exact same way at the exact same time, right? You feel it in your spirit to leave. That's why you are here. You will want to connect to anything and anyone who is encouraging you to leave, right? So you need to connect to each other so that you can, it shouldn't be about money. Unfortunately, it is, right? I want to see y'all doing your susu. I want you to see you saving your money together. I want to see you putting your money together, you know. Yeah, I want to see you putting your money together. If I could have my way, what I would do in the future is have a fund, right? I'd have a little fund to repatriate families who cannot afford it, because I get a lot of emails from people who cannot afford to repatriate and they want to, right? And that's the worst. That's the worst, kind of stress, to know you don't belong and you want to leave and you can't afford to leave, right? But the good thing is, in America, we got this thing called tax return. Yeah, we got this thing called tax return. You get your taxes back every year. You be ready. You be ready. You be ready when you get that tax return. You know, Gula. Wow, Noah, you're Gula? Noah. Wow, Noah comes from the Sea Islands, y'all. The Sea Islands are right outside of South Carolina. Those are very, very small. Those are small islands. Those are the people, Gullah Geechee. Those are the people who brought rice to America. Okay, those are the people who taught the South how to eat, how to live. If you come from the Gullah, man, you know some life. But I can't believe you. Where are you living now, though, Noah? Noah, tell me where you live in. Because if you left the Gullah and cool. Wow. Oh, so Brittany, you're in South Carolina. You're still okay. You're still in South Carolina. Listen. Wow. So you left the Gullah for the city. You will never adjust. You will never adjust. I hear everyone say this. I hear everyone say that the white man is just gonna be behind us like Pharaoh. They're like Pharaoh chasing behind the Israelites. I hear everybody say that once they see us leave, they're gonna come right behind us. Okay, but it's for us to just keep running. Oh, so look, Britain in it and Noah, you're both and yeah, you're both in South Carolina. Look at that. Look at that. There you go. Ah ha ha. Okay, so Shaza. Britain, they're gonna have a connect. Well, they want us out. They want us out of America, but a lot of them, I don't even know what to say. I don't. That place is all nothing but confusion. They want you out, but if you leave, they're gonna want you back because they're narcissists. They need to have someone to control and manipulate at all times. And if you're the person that is getting away from them, they're going to try to find a way to control and manipulate you. They need somebody to control and manipulate. Who are they going to control and manipulate but Black people? They can't control and manipulate Chinese people, Indian people, nobody else but Black people. They want to consistently put you in the position of being a slave so that they can use you, keep you ignorant and misinformed, and take advantage of you 110%, you and your kids. So when you leave, they're not going to like that. But it's okay. Don't worry about them. Just don't worry about them. Worry about you. Worry about getting the hell on out of there and never looking back. Mm-hmm. What time is it there? It's 11:39 p.m. Yes, they need you for their punching bag. Exactly. They're gonna try to. Listen. If enough African American people show up in Africa and have the knowledge and the ability of how to maneuver Africa, how to get around in Africa, how to participate in these economies of scale, in the minerals, in the gold, in the diamonds, in the oil. If enough of you come back to Africa and you participate in the economies of scale, and you participate, you show up in 10 years, Africa will outstrip the United States. It will outstrip China as a superpower. You show up and you rock out and you will see something. Oh, there we go. Uh-oh, I hear Jojo. Okay, Noah, 4:39. Thank you, Shaza. 21:39 UK time. That's what, 10? Let me see what Donnie said. Oh, Black folk gonna be crossing the border like the Underground Railroad. Listen, cross this border, come to Africa. That's the border you need to be crossing. Okay? Sell all that old crap that you got there and come on over here. Exactly. Me too, Black Sunrise. I had gotten to a point. I had gotten to a point where I didn't want to move to another country, another all white country. I don't mind white people. I don't mind white people, meaning I see a white person outdoors, they don't bother me, right? But I was not going to move to another all white country where they make the rules and they provide their lopsided vision of reality or their version of reality on us. Their lopsided and perverted idea of what education is, their perverted ideas of womanhood and manhood. No, I wasn't going to do that. I wasn't going to do that. It is approaching midnight, y'all. Anybody got any questions? Send me some questions. Exactly, Shaza. We are definitely powerful people. We're definitely powerful people. We just, as you said, we just lost our luster. But come, like I said, you come here and you're gonna realize that you're a fish. You can swim. You're just out of water there, right? Shaza, healthcare. Okay. Can you change your name here or in what way? Healthcare. So you want to know about employment in healthcare, Shaza, or you want to know what the healthcare is like? Noah, is it possible to set up a bank account from the States? That I don't think. I think you would need to be here with an ID or some of some kind. Oh God, Shaza, healthcare healthcare is dirt cheap. You spend less than $20 to see the doctor, not even $10 to see the doctor. Um, it's almost like you don't even need the insurance. You know, it's big. It's a very affordable. Okay, average cost of treatment. Okay, so I've been to the doctor about 4 or 5 times since I've been here with myself and JoJo. Um, okay, to see the doctor is 70,000 T shillings. That is less than 20 US dollars. Okay. Um, I think 40,000 T shillings for JoJo. And medication has ranged between 40 and 30,000 T shillings. It's very negligible here. So I have not gone to get insurance and put myself through the drama of the insurance because so far the treatment and the typical visits seem to be extremely affordable. Okay. Yeah, so and the healthcare is pretty good. I think I made a video that said what is hospitals like in Dar es Salaam. So the hospital around the corner from my house is extremely clean and beautiful, but they have these big, beautiful hospitals all over Dar es Salaam. So you shouldn't worry not one bit about healthcare. Hold on, let's see. Britain, children are a lot more. They're a lot more resourceful than you think. They are a lot more durable than you think. A 13 and a 16-year-old will adapt and adjust very quickly. They make friends a lot faster than we do. So you'd be very surprised at how well they adjust. Okay, let's see. Wow. Brittany, listen, don't worry. These things that you're holding on to, being with your company for 32 years and walking with your insurance, let it go, baby. Let it go. Let it go. None of it means anything because trust me, if they came to round up all black folk tomorrow, which they seem to be doing by some other invisible method, you know, denial of employment, denial of opportunities, just let it go. It doesn't mean anything. Ah, Shaza, all you have to do is come and eat good food. Eat greens, eat your beans. Come and eat good food. There's a lot of sunshine, vitamin D here. Don't worry about anything breaking down or broken because these people out here, they're durable and they are not going to no doctor every 2 seconds, okay? Mm-hmm. Okay. So anything else anybody else got for me? I'm winding down. You can tell by the sound of my voice, I'm getting all kinds of mellow. I hear JoJo calling after me. Any questions? Come on, let me have them. Don't hold on to anything that's going to keep you confused. Yes, it has. Shaza, There you go, Donnie. Donnie just said it. Donnie is disabled. He has disability issues, but you'll be healthy just for showing up. I mean, come and eat some of this papaya and mango and watermelon and pineapple and come and eat some of this food, okay? Listen to me. Let me tell you something. I wanted to say this earlier when Donnie was talking, right? But a lot of the illnesses that we have in America, they are inflamed by the food. The food has a lot of pesticides. It has a lot of crap in the food that causes all of these flare-ups, right? And if you're not eating healthy food, your body does not know how to heal properly. So you need to really, really, really realize that if you buy an egg, the egg is it has if you buy an egg, the egg has all kinds of chemicals in it. The chicken has chemical. Today, I was riding down the road with Jackson. We stopped at our lunch spot to buy some food. They didn't have the shish kebab ready that I wanted, and I ordered chicken gizzards on a stick. And when I put it in my mouth, I had to spit it out. It's about the second or third time I've had to spit out food because the food was so pure. I could taste the rawness, or not raw, but gaminess. I could taste the authenticity of the quality of the food that I was eating, right? And so you have to really understand that these foods do not have a bunch of chemicals and pesticides, especially in this East Africa, because of the Muslim influence. They're not allowed to use any kind of all different kinds of stuff in the food. So just coming here alone, if I was paying better attention to myself, I would have lost a ton of weight. I've lost about 12 pounds just by being here. Okay, there is coconut water, good and fresh. I mean, you can real food, right? Real food. KJ says, me and that beach gonna have an understanding. That's what I'm talking about, right? You need to come and get some of this vitamin D and eat some of this quality food and get some rest. Get some rest, right? Don't think about no kind of stress or problems or anything that's going on or what's happening in America and your family that you leave back there. You need to come here, eat some quality food, get some act right, and rest, right? That's all you need, okay? So I'm gonna cut this now. Going once, going twice. Yes, bring your NutriBullet, Donnie. Bring that NutriBullet. Yes. Yeah, Shaza. Okay, let me tell you, Shaza. The food in America, it has no taste. Me and my friend from Jamaica, we stay on the phone to all the time. I talk about the same thing. The tomato has no taste. Food has no taste in America. They're talking about this coronavirus, make you can't taste nothing. There's only one flavor to food in America: salt, salt and sweet. Okay, nothing. Everything is just so bland. It's made for their palate. Okay, because the white palate doesn't like all that gamey chicken and that gamey egg and that very rich taste in tomato. It's so spicy. So the food is bland and blah, just like them. Blah. There you go. Texture, no flavor. So I'm gonna do a video tomorrow about food. I was talking to Jackson yesterday about food, and he couldn't believe half of the stuff I was saying. He couldn't, he couldn't understand anything that I was saying about the food. But he believed me, but he didn't get it. So I'm just gonna go ahead and do a video so y'all understand exactly what is in your food. That place is not meant for you, okay? You are African people. You're accustomed to tasting the full spectrum of food. That melanin you have in your skin, that's what teaches you how to season your food, and all these seasoning, these spices, tarragon, cardamom, cumin, turmeric, all of that, the Bible says, let your medicine be your food and the food be your medicine. But those people can't even eat any of that kind of food. They're just now discovering, oh, uh, turmeric has curcumin, and it can cure cancer, right? How did you just come to this planet to know that? Did you just come to this planet to know the quality of food? That the food can actually cure you? Listen. Anyway, yeah, because there's so much pesticide and sodium and nitrates in the food, traveling palette. There are so many things in the food that is not meant for your body to process, right? Your body cannot process it. So we have all of these different kind of weight gains. We have all of these different kind of issues, you know. Oh, now they're all over sea moss. Let me tell you something, right? Sea moss. We who come from the Caribbean, you see this little girl named JoJo? Let me tell you about JoJo. We who come from the Caribbean know about the sea moss. My baby did not take milk. After I breastfed her for her supplement, I boiled the sea moss and put that sucker in the blender with some oatmeal, and that's what she got as milk. So for years, 2 to 3 years, all JoJo got was sea moss. We call it Irish moss in Jamaica, the white Irish moss. So you just boil it and get a baby. Mm, Irish moss, Shaza, same thing, the Irish moss. That's what JoJo used to get. That's what JoJo got, right? I wasn't giving her no kind of canned milk or formula. What the hell is formula? What is formula? I know about Irish moss. Irish moss and little oatmeal and little sugar, and put that in with a banana and put that in the blender, and that was her porridge and her milk. You know? Sure. Them the thing there. Okay. Exactly. With a little banana, some honey, and little cinnamon and everything, cinnamon and vanilla, the Irish moss, and the oatmeal, and that was it. That was her thing with banana. That was her thing, right? So how am I gonna come sell me anything when Jojo born? I said to myself, I was not raising her in that America. She was on a plane within less than 3 weeks after birth. We were out of there, went to Jamaica, feed her the Irish moss and the oatmeal, thicken her blood, make her know what Jamaica was about, naturalized her as a Jamaican citizen. She have two passports, Jamaican and American. Them not ramp with my picnic. So I'm not gonna feed her nothing out of no can, and no formula for who for. Anyway, no, I said I love it when the Jamaica comes out. Anyway, I know a lot of you are annoyed by my stuffy nose. I have a deviated septum, so sometimes I am stuffy just by the stuffiness in the air, by the humidity. So I apologize for that. Anywho, when I take like a single Bible, though it cuts, and when I drink my Cersei, it gone. But I got to go. Going once, going twice. 1 minute and 59 seconds. Any questions? Any questions? Snotty. No worry about that. All right. Okay. He says snotty. Out of order. Nice. Okay, y'all. Love you. Thank you so much for watching again. I appreciate all your support, all your donation, everything that encourage me. And y'all encourage me to keep going, to do this work. I'm not alone. I feel it. Thank you so much. If you have any questions, email them to me. Thank you once again for staying out with me. All right, Nalaja. Oh man. Okay. All right. It was a great live, y'all. Thank you so much. And I'm so glad it was a small group. The group has been trotting with me. All right. Love y'all. Bye bye. Take care.